Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'll call this meeting to order, the House Regulated Industries Committee. We have a quorum. You have before you today substitute to Senate Bill 214 that was heard in the subcommittee yesterday. And Chairman Ridley, would you like to present it, or do you want me to go over it?
After yesterday, I'd rather you go.
I'll be more than glad to. This was Senator Martin's bill. This was the one that he made an attempt to change the criteria for cosmetologists, hairdressers, master barbers, barber twos, estheticians, nail techs. And after lengthy scrutinization of the subcommittee on occupational professional licenses, they finally decided that probably the best thing to do was not to do anything except give the gentleman from the policy council that prompted that bill the one thing that he wanted, and that was take out antiquated language as it relates to licensing by striking good moral character out of all the provisions. So there was no changes in the actual criteria for getting a license, either by the apprenticeship program or by the school. But since we're in the last few days of the year, of this legislative session, we decided this would just be a dandy time to use the good senator's bill as a vehicle to put a couple other good issues on. Section 1, if you look at, that passed out of this committee earlier in the session. This is the one that deals with the microblading, that art of doing tattoos for folks who don't have eyebrows, or chemotherapy patients and those folks. Quite frankly, if y'all remember what this did, it just actually all it does, it moves it from the tattoo section to the body art section. Section 2 is the part that dealt with the cosmetologist, that took out that little language of good moral character that the courts doesn't define, and that the courts don't accept, and nobody can actually define that, especially in this day and time with who knows what good moral character means. Section 3 is that was a bill by our own committee member, Mr. Washburn, that deal with advertising of those folks who call themselves or want to call themselves electricians or electrical contractors, that they've got to be licensed before they can do any public advertising stating such. And Representative Washburn may wish to address that himself if he wants to. Is he here? Yeah. Do you want to address it any further than that? Both these other sections have passed out of the full committee. That being said, questions. Number 18, who would that be? Mr. Welch.
Motion.
We have a motion. Let's see if there's anybody that wants to ask questions. Any questions by the committee members? Everybody's ready for lunch. Do we have anybody in attendance that wishes to be heard on this issue? Really? I mean, really, Jacob? Is it not? You got what you wanted. All right. All right. If there's no questions to be asked, we have a motion. We have a second. Any further? Michael, I'm sorry, Representative Smith.
No.
Number 6. Oh, I'm sorry.
His approach to the mic has triggered about 7 questions I have here. I'm only kidding.
You're taking away from your lunch hour.
I move due pass, Mr. Chairman.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? Do we have anyone else that wishes to offer a question or an input to this bill? If not, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? And ayes clearly have it. And thank you, ladies. Oh, as a matter of invite to the members of the committee, I want to thank those who came to the Regulated Industries Committee dinner last week. I hope y'all had an enjoyable time. For those of y'all who couldn't come, tough luck. I would like to, next Monday afternoon, the day before sine die. I would like to invite all the committee members, if they would like to stop by the chairman's office, 613, around 4 o'clock for hors d'oeuvres and maybe just a little something as a farewell before sine die. I have a token for your service on Regulated Industry Committee that I think would be worthwhile for y'all to come. Hope y'all can come around 4 o'clock next Monday afternoon. That being said, this meeting is now adjourned. Purple.
No, it's blue.
Man, that makes me feel damn warm and cuddly, Matthew.
Well, you know, I try to do what I can. No, I hated missing the dinner. I had to work.
You did miss a damn good dinner. You didn't have anything you wanted to add to this, did you?
No, I didn't. I just didn't want to. You know, I knew I was running late. I was running over here trying to get the security.
No, hell no. There you go. There's your copy of it.
See you, Jay.
Yeah, come by.
Yeah, I'll come on Monday.
There were issues, but that's all right. But I don't get back Monday evening till after you're going to be done. So